What was it like working with?
But I do have a Coconut Records Twitter that I do with my wife, but it's not I didn't Twitter my phone number. But yes, there was a Coconut. But I don't. But I want to know how to get better at it because I'm not very good at Twitter and Facebook and. But I would like to get better. It really is an incredible thing, and so I will get better at it. I promise.
What was it like working with Wes and Bill, like on a completely different kind of movie? Like Rushmore was amazing. Is Mr. Fox gonna be any different, like the dynamic, or?
What was the working dynamic like?
Yeah, like what was it like? Just was it any different than Rushmore?
Yeah, well, I think that it's very different and very much the same at the same time. I know it's a bizarre idea, but see, I use the weird words. No, it was on Rushmore. I had just turned 17 years old. I had never acted before in my life, and I was very scared, and I was just trying to just not be bad and ruin this movie. And I was working with Bill Murray, who was my idol growing up, and someone who I loved. And all of a sudden, I was just about to enter my senior year in high school. I was making a record with my band, and then all of a sudden, in like the course of 3 weeks, I'm with someone I never thought I would meet in a million years, and not only that, but I'm working with him in the genre, in the field that he is an expert in. It was very intense for me, and Bill and Wes really were so loving to me and really got me through that. But yeah, it was different because I didn't know those gentlemen. Now, after Rushmore, Wes became my best friend. And we've lived together. We were roommates. After that, we wrote a movie together. We've gone on to make other movies together. So there's a much more history there now. There was no history before, and now there's a very deep history, ones that like a best friends would have. And it's really nice because one of the hardest things I find about acting is that it's kind of embarrassing. Sometimes if you're about to you don't want to be bad, I guess, in front of people. And I guess for me, I like if you have any part of you that felt like an outsider in high school, or was like just didn't feel like you fit in really, which is what my life was like then, you still have this thing where you don't want to call attention to be, you know what I mean? You just want to be good and not, and so it's very nerve-wracking when you go to say lines the first time, because like, oh, what if I say them wrong, or people are like, wait, why did we hire this guy? You know what I mean? It's embarrassing, because there's so many highs and lows acting on a set, and it's now. But I feel like I've gotten all that out of the way with Wes, and he's seen me be really really bad, and personally too. Like he's seen me sad or happy, whatever. He's just been with me for my whole life basically, or 17 to now, and so it makes it that much like it makes it an incredible working experience because we've gotten so many of the embarrassing parts out of the way, but it also makes it a harder working experience because you have no excuse not to try everything. You know what I mean? So that's how the dynamic is. It just gets deeper, I suppose, and more emotional in a good way. Is that all right, answer?
Yeah,
Okay. Yes?
Besides the fact that Fantastic Mr. Fox is opening next week at the Select Theater near
Yes.
you, going back to Roald Dahl and Willy Wonka,
Yes.
Johnny Depp or Gene Wilder?
Oh God, that's an impossible. I say they're both incredible, and they both. I love anyone who makes things for a living, and what I love about making things is how everyone can make. It's not like a race where this person beats this person by 3 seconds, and that's a fact. What I like about movies and art and music is that there's such a variety of things, and every one of them is right in their own. You know what I mean? To someone. And that two people could interpret something so differently. I love that. You know what I mean? I love that Gene Wilder, he had his version of Willy Wonka, and now Johnny Depp, who is an incredible actor too, has his version. I think it's so great to see all. I wish they just made lots of Willy Wonkas, and you know what I mean? Just tried it because I think it's. That's what I love. That's why I love covers of songs, because I like to see how people interpret other people's music. It's interesting. So yeah, I think both are great, and both have such, and I saw them at different times in my life too. So that has something to do with it.
Awesome.
Yes.
Where did you get your tie?
I got it backstage in the folk section. These are Fox, not the animal, but the company who's putting out this movie, 20th Century Fox, made these, and it's made out of all non-real, not real fox, 100% fantastic, Mr. Fox. And yeah, that's where I got it back there. They're around. Do you want one? Is that what you're saying? Okay. See, interesting. That's what you were really saying.
I was going to ask the same thing about your tie, but I also want to know, do you participate in the editing when you do an animation type of a...
Oh, no, I didn't at all, no.
You don't at the end to see...
No, I didn't participate in any way in the editing. And it's incredible the way they make these stop-motion movies. The whole movie is mapped out on these walls. You know, a great day in stop-motion, like a very productive day, they really can only get 3 or 4 seconds. Done. And on a movie where there's 1 or 2 units, which is the main crew shooting the movie, there'll be 1 or 2 units shooting. And on an animated movie, there's 30 units or something going at one time. And, you know, one guy's job is just to take a picture of this book and then move it like that, take a picture, and then they do that for... Some scenes took up to 3 or 4 weeks, even more, of one person just animating a scene. This movie is full of, like, Wes's... You know, Wes has a very... a signature kind of shooting style, and he didn't change any of that for the genre of animation. He has very long takes that are in this movie, which can take like 8 weeks to animate. It's very hard, and one person does it all. You know, one person will be assigned a scene, so it's very amazing, and they'll have it broken down to the vowel. You know what I mean? Like on a piece of paper, they have every storyboard, they have little drawings. So.
How long did it take to make the movie?
2.5 years. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Great. Yes. Ask me. I'll answer any question. What's my favorite part of the movie? That's a great question. My favorite part of the movie. I'm glad you asked me that question. I was hoping someone would ask me that question. Thank you. The best. My favorite scene in the movie. Let me think. There's a scene in the movie that I really love where all the foxes and all the animals have to dig really, really far into the ground because the farmers are trying to get them. So they dig really deep. And you can see it in the movie. You can see how all the foxes dig. And it's really beautiful and amazing. And they go up and down and up these crazy ways. And they make these little roads underground. And you see how foxes live. And that's my favorite scene in the movie. It's really fun. One more question. Jeez Louise. It's going to be really good. But the thing, too, is while we're signing stuff, if you guys want to ask me, if it's a quick question, if it's a yes or no, I can do it there. Who's got the best question? Oh, man. Yes, sir?
What was your, really, like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a great question. That's a great question. So, can you ask me that again, sort of? Like, what are you thinking? What do you want to know?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, are you excited to see the movie? What are you excited about this movie? What do you want to see?
I don't know what I want to see.
Yeah, I don't either. I think you're really gonna like it though. It's really fun. You know what's really good about it too? It's really funny. The writing, like the things the foxes say are so funny. But you know what is amazing? Is I love all there's like little rats and little mice that talk and they're so cute. They're so cute. And there's a badger who plays piano. And a mole and all kinds of creatures, and you get to see how creatures live underground. It's really fun. You're gonna like it. I hope you do. I hope you like it. I hope you never forget this day. This is fun, right? Are you having fun? Did you guys have fun? This is fun, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go sign some stuff, but I'll see you guys in about 38 seconds. Okay, great.
Let's give another really big round of applause, please, for Jason Schwartzman. Okay, we've got